Shalom, giving all praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Arachahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations, as always, to the elect. Prophecy watch. Don't want to take too long on this. All right, there's so much happening. All right, as we get closer and closer to the end, that it's hard to keep up. But this is the beauty of having a body. Other brothers are covering, all right, these things. All right, as prophecies are coming to pass, which one of the end time prophecies that, all right, we're watching for, as it's clear as day that they're collapsing this system and the economy in preparation to usher in something new. All right. Financial collapse, economic woes, all right, are a part of end time prophecy. All right, as we're living in the midst of total chaos breaking out, all right, all throughout the four corners of the earth, uproars, plagues, diseases, okay, catastrophic events, people bugging out of their minds, all right, and yet and still our people, all right, as well as those of you who know that you're Israelites, are stuck on stupid, okay, and not taking heed, all right, or immersing themselves, all right, in the word of Yahweh Bashim Shai and its true intent and purpose and what it's really all about. All right, we weren't brought over here to America, for good times, but we're living in good times because, as the scriptures say, better is the end of a thing than the beginning of it. All right. And this bitter captivity is just about up. And the necessary prophecies are coming to pass right before our eyes, which are associated with the end of it. As the scriptures say, the effects and signs. Now I have here, all right, from Redacted, they just admitted the financial collapse is here and they are hiding the reason. All right, now I'm not going to play all of this. All right, but we know there's various scriptures that deal with, a collapse of an economy. Isaiah, the 19th chapter, is one that comes off the top, all right, of my head. But, one of the ways that the elites, the powers that be, are going to seek to draw people to bow the knee to their image and take their mark, all right, is by collapsing the economy, all right, and things you have invested, things you have in a so-called bank account, all right, all of that, once this economy collapses, will be taken from you, your Social Security, your SSI, all right, and eventually they will institute a universal basic income as a means of, a monthly stipend you'll get, all right, but as they delve deeper and deeper into the system they want, you see, there's going to be particular requirements as they're building this digital world, okay, and boasting, all right, that you won't be able to live, all right, if you don't meet certain requirements. You won't be able to operate as you've been operating. Again, life as you've known it is getting ready to change, okay? So, once everything is taken from you, all right, and everything, what are you going to do? You're going to be presented with options. You're going to be presented, with, small portions of what you once had. You're going to be presented with, starting afresh, wiping your credit, history clean, monthly stipend. All right. It's going to be all enticing. All right. And we know, that as we go through this straight gate, all right, as the scriptures say, we will go to our enemies in one of all things, but we know there's going to come a point where we fully have to detach, and the Spirit will give us that, necessary guidance. This is why we have to be locked in, because wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of thy time. Now, I'm going to play this, and I want to get an article, and I get a few scriptures, and we'll close this out.
All right, let's talk about this Black Monday, as it's being called right now, getting close to the market close here. The Dow tumbling 1,000 points. S&P 500, worst day since 2022. This global market sell-off right now. It's likely we are entering this World War III moment in full swing. Massive drop in stock markets around the world. Iran announcing it's about to attack Israel, which could come at any moment. So we're monitoring that. Japan's stock market is the most affected, with a drop of about 10%. So Japan imploding. We'll talk more about.
And if I must say, as this person is saying here, we went into a recession the day Biden took office. Now we're going into a depression. The Biden administration, okay, all right, has been, all right, for us, it's good because it fulfills prophecy. But for you people who trust in Egypt, it's to your shame. It makes no sense, all right, to see our people still stuck on stupid and believing and trusting in these people, man. Now you got Kamala Harris, all right, boasting in the fact that she's going to run for president, okay, and she is of the opinion that a child should be able to transition from one sex to the other. A child, an 8-year-old. Anyway, I just wanted to say that the world got significantly worse, especially Babylon the Great. It was already terrible, but under the Biden administration, I mean, this place has been freaked out. You got men, all right, turning themselves into women and entering into combat sports, beating the shit out of the women. Right? This is madness, man. Anyway, inflation up the ass. The 2 bags of groceries, $100 or more. 2 bags of grocery if you're trying to eat right. Right? Electricity bill, forget about it. Okay? And what's going on with the sun? Why is the sun beaming down and with the heat rays that it's beaming down with? What is this devil doing to the earth? Anyway.
Japan in a second, how this is so tied to the U.S. dollar. You want to pay attention to this. Turkish stock market plunging by 7%. Taiwan stock market also had worst day in 57 years in Taiwan. NASDAQ plummeting also. Here's how Fox Business reported this. Breaking recession fears. Watch.
History in the making.
What some would call history in the making. Don't say that.
We have never been down 1,000 points ever, not even intraday on the NASDAQ.
Is that true?
That is true.
Okay. Down 6% right from the get-go. This is heavy big tech. Here we go. Look at them go down. Microsoft is down $20. That's 5%. Alphabet, 5%. Meta, 6%. Amazon, 6%. Apple, 9% down. Let's pull out Apple. This is interesting. A question.
Yeah, guys, and also think about the banks, right? As this is all rigged, they've told us that they don't have enough money to cover the losses.
Yes.
Right? We know this from the FDIC, right? Yeah. The Federal Deposit Insurance Commission, right? We know that they don't have the money in the banks. So you want to go get cash out of your bank? Good luck. They will tell you to come back. So I've seen a couple of our friends online today saying, get your money out of the banks. Mm-hmm. Well, good luck with that, because you're not going to be able to get it. You're not going to be able to get your money out of the banks. And the money, if they do use your money, will be to bail in themselves because of this disaster.
Social Security, all right, they could say, well, in case, in a instance of his financial collapse, we're going to need that, all right, to, help get things back in order. So we're not going to be paying this. We're not going to be paying that. All right. People are going to be, in total chaos. It's going to be financial, troubles in the street. People, who without are going to be entering into the cities. Okay. For people, who have houses. This is the environment that prophecy describes. This is what we're getting ready to be delivered up out of. You see, and many of you Israelites have tried to put off the evil day. Let's get that real quick. You put off the evil day. See? Put off evil day. All right, Amos 6:3. Ye, all right, that put far off the evil day and cause the seat of violence to come there. Well, the seat of violence is Esau, Edom, this Biden administration, the Trump administration. Okay? Your soul is in fellowship with these people, man. And again, they've been dangling that hot link in front of your big ass. Okay, and you've been chasing it, and you're getting ready to chase that hot link or that bag or whatever the hell you think you're getting ready to get. You're getting ready to chase that off of a cliff. So ye that put, all right, let's put this in the NLT. You push away even the thought of coming disaster, but your actions only bring the day of judgment closer. And that stupid spirit that our people are in, man. Okay, as it says in the book of Isaiah 30, real quick, right? Isaiah 30 and 12. Isaiah 30 and 10, which say, speaking of our people, this is a rebellious people, verse 9, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh, which say unto the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not, unto us right things, speak smooth things, all right, prophesy deceits. They don't want to hear the truth of the matter.
That we're sitting on right now. Not a bailout. They will be bailing in using your money, which they approved. The government signed a law allowing them to bail in your money to get them out of this quagmire right now.
Imagine that.
So, I mean, think about that. You've got money in the bank.
You got trillionaires sitting on a high horse somewhere. You got people with gazillion. You got gold just sitting in rooms, all right, in London and all over the planet Earth. They have, I mean, as the scriptures say, they've heaped treasures to themselves, man, for judgment. Right? But if an economic collapse comes, they want your little $2,000 a month, $1,500 a month, $4,000 savings, which they gonna get them people, with a few million too. They gonna suffer the worst. People like us, our little little savings and little whatever we bring in, at the end of the day, hey, the Lord go take care of us, man. We ain't got a goddamn thing here anyway. But you just wait till these millionaires and these people who got money in all of these stocks and bonds, man, they're going to take all that shit, man. Those going to be the ones who are really hit. That ain't our worry. You got a few brothers and sisters that may invest a little bit here and there, but we understand what's happening. We good. All right? Hey, the Lord's getting ready to bring some judgments, man. But ain't that jacked up? You got trillionaires all over the earth. There's gazillionaires, money, people with so much money you can't even put a letter. It goes past the Z. You see?
Your hard-earned dollars sitting there and you think, oh, this is protected by the Federal Deposit Insurance Commission. Great. It's not. Even if they tell you it's protected up to $250,000 for your deposits, where do they have all of that money? They don't. They don't have that money to cover those debts.
No, it's less than 4% of the money in our economy exists in paper form.
Right.
We've known this. We've been talking about this for years now.
And we've been going into, I did some videos going into the magic money of Babylon, inflation, a debt-based currency. See? They're getting ready to bring about a new form of enslavement with this digital age, with this digital world. They're clearly collapsing this world. All right? They're clearly collapsing the world as we know it and bringing about a new world. And all of these countries are down with it.
Oh, we've been warning for months that this was coming, this specific moment was coming, and here we are. Welcome to Black Monday, the largest market crash since COVID lockdowns. Of course, sent the markets into massive sell-off. We are sitting on a precipice.
And that's all that the C-19 was, man. It was a money grab, a power grab, a way to further put a gap between the rich and the poor, erase the middle class, all right, and bring about more digital, all right, ways of handling business. Okay?
Of a global financial meltdown right now. And of course, this is all coming right before the 2024 election. It's shocking, I know. They want to control the money system. They want to control the financial system. What better way to do that than to lock everything down, keep you from like pulling your money out of the financial system? Here's the front page of the Wall Street Journal just a few minutes ago. Dow sinks 700 points. Global sell-off intensifies. There are a couple of big parts of the story. Employment, the U.S. dollar, commercial real estate loans, all coming due. No one wants to refinance these commercial real estate loans right now into higher interest rates. They've had these 5-year adjustable mortgages. And so that's why all of these office buildings are mostly empty. They're like, well, okay, 40% of our office space is now empty. Are we going to refinance an office building that no one's coming to into a higher interest rate? Again, we've been warning about this for months, and now many of these are coming due right now. Panic.
Then if they say they're going to lower the interest rates, they'll raise taxes. There's no way to win with this devil. Ultimately, we need a righteous system. If anything you didn't learn as an Israelite through, waking up to this truth, that's one thing you should learn. The importance of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, the importance of the blood of Yahushai. All right, but this world needs new management. Everywhere you look, it's a mess. And we're on the earth. The earth was created for everybody to have what they needed. All right. Of course, there's always a hierarchy and an order. But everywhere you look, there's war, death, sickness, arguments. While the sun is in the sky, the moon, you got beaches, you got water, you got birds, you got air, you got trees. But everybody's mad.
Also setting in for Japan. Did you want to say something?
Well, I mean, let's just think about the lies that we're told about Wall Street when we're watching American football games and things like that. And we say, and invest in Fidelity, max out your 401k, max out your IRA. So the people who have followed that advice have seen the rug slip out from under them now on a regular basis. Now, it used to be that economists would say, well, put your money in the market, in the financial market.
And somebody says here, I forgot a brother mentioned this in the chat, Lockheed Martin, which they deal with, making, believe jets, warplanes, airplane parts and stuff like that. And they need that in the time of war. But like Lockheed Martin stock went up, everything else went down. All right. And we know the elites play, with the stock market. It's all rigged, but okay, the Lord is using them to get his will done.
And it's not timing the market, it's time in the market. But we'll see a major market correction every 10 years. That's what we've been told to expect. Well, now we're seeing them every 5 years. And again, economists who are honest have been warning about this. One of my favorite is Harry Dent, who says we're no longer on a 10-year dump cycle, which it takes 10 years to recover what you lose in those crashes. So
Right.
Look at this comment. How can one buy assets when you are living paycheck to paycheck and barely survive it? Oh, man.
One who has been partnering with the government to invest in the stock market continues to lose, but they keep pushing this crap at you. Again, every time there's an Olympics or a Super Bowl, they max out all that money to tell you to partner with the government to invest in the stock market, and you just keep taking it up the butt if you do that now on a more regular basis.
Right. And Harry Dent's point is great because everyone's like, oh, well, yeah, all my 401k recovered after 10 years of a recession. After
That
10
means
years.
you didn't gain anything.
Yeah.
I guess there was a point where they played Kamala. Everybody's saying Kamala. Okay, let me see what this nigga says. And
Stagnation.
Watch this video. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna play it all, but redacted. All right.
In the United States, consumers are really feeling the punch right now on prices. How are you going to fix it if you become president of the United States? I think she's great with this answer.
What else are you going to do to fix this problem with inflation?
All right, thank you. Well, let's start with this. Prices have gone up, and families and individuals are dealing with the realities of that bread costs more, that gas costs more. And we have to understand what that means. That's about the cost of living going up. That's about having to stress and stretch limited resources. That's about a source of stress for families that is not only economic, but is on a daily level, something that is a heavy weight to carry. So it is something that we take very seriously, very seriously. And we know from the history of this issue in the United States that when you see these prices go up, it has a direct impact on the quality of life for all people in our country. So it's a big issue, and we take it seriously. And it is a priority, therefore.
Okay, they're going to take it seriously and make it a priority.
She just mansplained, like she mansplained the the question. Like, what are you going to do to fix inflation? I'm going to exhaustively define it for you.
Yeah, exactly. Do you feel better about it? That's what's going on right now. So
helpful.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's get a few scriptures and close this out. This is the book of Luke 21. We always bring this out. And see, as this world fades away, our value increases. You just have to believe, man. But when you listen to a teacher that's, making you to invest your hope in this world and not give you the reality of the matter, as these things fade away, you're going to be looking for a way to keep these comforts. It's going to depress you. All right. And we're going to go through moments of, the flesh, messing with you, that doubt demon. But hey, if you've been rooted and doing the right thing, truly repenting, the Lord is going to put a special spirit upon you to endure. All right. And he's going to be showing you things. That's one thing that's been in my spirit as we go through this straight gate. The Lord it's going to be things happening. All right. That's going to assure us that he's with us, man. Luke 21. All right. Before the return of Yahweh Shah, says in 25, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, the stress of the nations. We're seeing that with perplexity and the sea and the waves roaring. We're seeing all of these things. We're seeing the crazy weather patterns, storms, okay, the distress of the nations, all kind of uproars, civil unrest all over the planet Earth. Okay. Everywhere you look, all right, you're seeing civil unrest. Okay.
West Texas, and specifically the county of Scurry, continues to shake. Ken Molestina with an update today on the damage and also the concerns after nearly 100 quakes have been registered in that area since last week.
In the past 7 days, residents of the town of Snyder and across Scurry County have had 91 earthquakes so far, the biggest a 5.1 quake on Friday. A few of the smaller tremors registered on Monday.
And that is from a 1.5 and up on earthquakes. Some were small, some were the stronger ones.
Jay Calloway is the emergency management coordinator for both Snyder and Scurry County, which are under a disaster declaration.
The damage varies. Everybody has a little bit of different damage. Cracked ceilings, cracked walls, some mortar brick.
If we miles. Now let's show you a map that gives you an idea of where the epicenter of this quake was. If the situation were to happen, you are prepared and have medical documents.
You can check this video out. Jim Vegas 144. Venezuela. All right, all over the earth. You're just on uproar. All right. The stress of the nation.
Blocking their route to the capital where Netanyahu was speaking were miles of barricades backed by thousands of officers, including SWAT teams. The march stalling at Union Station where protesters...
All right, you could, look these things up, but it's civil unrest all over the planet Earth. All right? And it's only going to increase. So it says, and there should be signs in the sun and the moon. We have eclipses. We got all kind of things happening in the the stars, chariots. All right, and up on earth, the stress of the nations with perplexity. Now, this word perplexity, aporia. All right, it says the state of one who is in perplexity. Okay, and the root word is to be without resources, to be in straits, to be left wanting, to be embarrassed. All right, and these people are going to be embarrassed, especially those who put their trust in Egypt, man. As the scriptures say, all right, your trust in the shadow of Egypt is going to be to your shame. So you're going to be in doubt. You're going to be embarrassed. You're not going to know which way to turn because you're not going to have the light. See, we have the light. Okay, to be at loss with oneself, to be in doubt, not to know how to decide or what to do, to be perplexed. Why? Because, all right, life as you knew it is going to change. Okay? And again, that UBI, Universal Basic Income, is coming. All right? UBI is a government program that provides a regular cash payment to every citizen regardless of their income. All right? So if you were used to making a certain amount, all right, ultimately everybody's going to get a monthly stipend. All right? Some may get more based on, but this is going to be your form of having income. All right. Now, what if they were to tell you that you have, you have to enter into the digital system. All right. You have to be juiced up. Got to take that taco sauce. All right. And eventually you're going to have to take that charagma in order to buy and sell. Okay. Right. Regards to the income, employment status, or other qualifications, the goal of a UBI is to reduce property and income insecurity. And some advocates suggest could replace existing welfare programs. All right, they're getting ready to do away with these welfare programs. Okay, UBI has defining characteristics, and they've, pretty much set everyone up on whatever level you're on. You depend on this system. You see, this is why the remnant are said to no longer stay up on him that smote them, but to stay up on them who stay up on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay? And again, as I said, reoccurring payments. They are made regularly, all right, so, monthly or bi-weekly, all right? It's not a one-time thing. So this is going to be the new income when this economy collapses, okay? LA Board of Services approves expansion of UBI programs. It's in California, all right? Judge in St. Louis orders guaranteed basic income payments, okay? Because things are hard. So they already have programs like this in place in certain places in the world. Because you go to California, homelessness is just increasing. And you're starting to see more and more normal, regular looking women, I'd say. Okay, you see her, you be like, she's not bad looking, but they're homeless. Men too, but it's more women, all right, I'll say increase. Men you've always seen them homeless, but it's more regular, young looking women, all right, who, are homeless. All right. Bad news for UBI. Is a universal basic income system even possible? Here's what happened. So, you could look these things up. You know what I'm saying? But people are going to be what? In perplexity. All right. Crazy weather patterns. Luke 1:26. Men's heart failing them for fear and for the looking after those things which are coming upon the earth. For the powers of earth, of heaven, shall be shaken. And the powers of heaven speak to the elites. The word heavens in the Hebrew is shemayim. Okay, it means waters, but it could also mean lofty. See? So the lofty ones are being shaken. Okay, and then that's going to lead to the second coming of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. But when you go to the book of Zephaniah 1, okay, in 11, it says, "Howl ye inhabitants of Maktesh." All right, now Maktesh was a merchant city. Okay, let's look it up. Today you have Wall Street, right? Makfash, okay, a mortar, deep hollow valley, evidently in the greater Jerusalem. All right, but it speaks to a marketplace, okay, a mortar. All right, now when you go here, all right, in the NLT it says, "Wail in sorrow, all you who live in the market area, for all the merchants and traders will be destroyed." Man, all right. Hey, the Lord's getting ready to judge you people, especially you Jakes who trusted in Egypt, man. Let's get the book of Isaiah 21. Right? Isaiah 24, Salakia. It says, I'll read it in NLT. "Look, the Lord is about to destroy the earth and make a vast wasteland. He devastates the surface of the earth and scatters the people." It's like he broke up the ancient Tower of Babel. He's breaking this thing up. It says, "Priests and lay people, servants and masters, maidens and mistresses, buyers and sellers, lenders and borrowers, bankers and debtors, none will be spared. And before he brings the physical destruction, he's going to destroy you, and he's going to crush your spirits, man. And he's going to allow this devil to lose his goddamn mind, okay, and bring about unfair, draconian measures that are associated with you bowing the knee to him as God. Because, okay, whoever has the resources, that's who everybody's going to go to. Well, if you look at what they've been doing over all of these years, they've been hoarding the land to themselves, the resources, the wealth, right? So in a case of a collapse, who are people going to go to? The guy who has all of the resources, and he can then, all right, whatever he says that you need to do, all right, the majority of the people are going to do it. Okay? This is the book of Isaiah 19, which this chapter goes into economic collapse. But I'm going to just get into it. This is Isaiah 19. I'm going to just jump to the point. Isaiah 19. Let's see here. Verse 9, it says, there will be no flax in the harvesters, no thread for the weavers. Okay, ain't gonna be no work. All right. What am I looking for? And there shall be no work for Egypt. All right, here we go. Verse 15, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. In that day, Egypt shall be like unto women. Okay, just like right now, there's a secret cry for manhood after all of these years of y'all calling manhood toxic. All right, now now we're living in hard times, right? Well, now you need, all right, that what you call toxic masculinity. Now you need strong men. Now you need warriors and men to stand up. See? This very world, all right, trumped manhood, all right, as something toxic. Now the military is yearning for, all right, men to join. Women, all right, they wanted soft, which that was a facade. Esau tricked you into believing that. These soft, baby ass niggas, right? Nigga that say that, women don't respect that, man. Baby. Now women are yearning for manly men. Okay? Well, in that day, as it says in verse 16 in NLT, in that day, Egyptians will be weak as women. All right, they will cower, all right, in fear beneath the upraised fists of Yahweh, all right, his army. Okay? 16 in the King James, it says, in that day, Egypt shall be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord. His correction, his prophets, his sanctified ones that went out there and told you these things. Shake the hand is an ancient custom, meaning you're getting chewed out. And that's what the prophets have went out there and told you people the mind of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And people are going to start to be afraid because of these prophecies coming to pass. All right, verse 19. All right, in the verse 17, it says, just to speak the name Israel will terrorize them. All right, so, all right, the Hebrew Israelites, which they're going to associate with black, all right, people are going to start to understand that, damn, it's these men, what they're saying is true. All right, the 2/3 going to be losing their mind. Okay, but what this world always feared was especially the tribe of Judah, you so-called Negroes. All right, starting to stand up for yourselves, man. And now we're doing it by calling on Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. This world is in fear. Okay, but the Lord's going to put a crazy spirit on the 2/3. They're going to be out there. All right, and then they're going to try to tie that to what we're saying. And it's getting ready to be wild out here, man. Okay, but the Lord is going to hear the cry of his elect who are offering up their bodies as a living sacrifice. But going back here to Zephaniah, all right, 1:11 in the NLT, it says, wail and sorrow, all you who live in the market area, all the merchants and traders will be destroyed. Okay? Verse 12 in the NLT, I will search lanterns in Jerusalem's darken. I will search with lanterns, candles, all right? Jerusalem's darkest corner. So the Lord is putting the light upon the works, all right, of those who say that they believe in this truth, right? To punish those who sit complacent in their sins and think the Lord will do nothing to them, either good or bad. Okay? So it's a lot of people who woke up to the fact that they're Israelite, but they haven't changed. They're worldly. They mock all they do is sit up and look for the prophets to say something and mock them. You niggas give us more hell than any of the heathen. Ain't that something? Our people, y'all give us more hell. The ones of us who are out on the highways and byways, all right, who gives us the most hell is you niggas, man. So you think the Lord ain't gonna judge? You think that really all of our words are just gonna fall on dead ears? It just ain't gonna come to pass. But verse 13, so their property will be plundered, their homes will be ransacked. They will build new homes, but never live in them. I'm gonna build a home. You all on Instagram. This is my new home. You taking pictures of the side of it. You walking through. You doing your little walkthrough and putting it on Instagram. My house. And as soon as a week before it get finished, the economy collapse. You can't even get in that damn house. They will plant vineyards, but never drink the wine thereof. Ultimately, what you've invested in this world, okay, the Heavenly Father he's gonna put a special hell on those who trusted in Egypt, man. Okay? What's that? Isaiah 31, I believe. I quoted it earlier. Isaiah 30:3. Therefore the strength of Pharaoh shall be your shame, and your trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. Okay? And the Lord is speaking through these prophecies coming to pass. Okay? All right, WEF memo, okay, reveals plan to usher in a financial reset via false flag in race wars. Okay? Now, the World Economic Forum in Davos. Now, Davos, as you can see here, is a origin of British, which is a part of the beast system, but it means son of David, beloved. So Davos, where they're meeting, the meaning of that, all right, place, which is a high, all right, the highest point in Europe, where ultimately they're offering up sacrifice. It's a high place. All right, you see these devils sitting in the chairs and talking when you see that, WEF, call Schwab, but what really goes on there is dark. They just show you but what really goes on, all right, they're meeting up, all right, to throw up enchantments and call on their gods to, get the job done, but they're trying to set themselves up to be a Messiah, all right? They want to hijack the blessing, and the true son of David, all right, Hamashiach Yahushua, they don't want him to reign. They're trying to ultimately block, all right, and ultimately prepare to hijack the Heavenly Father's creation, all right, and war against who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ so that we don't get our birthright. Okay? It's in Switzerland, Europe, and it's the highest point, all right, in Europe. So it's a high place. The scriptures talks about the high place of the heathen. So when they're meeting here and discussing these things, okay, it's not a game. The people, the circus they put in front of you in the form of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, these are people small on the totem pole there to just, throw enchantments and push folly. But these people, and more, because they're meeting a lot. It's different, all kind of meetings. These are the ones that are who you really need to be listening to. Okay? All right? It says they have ordered global authorities to stoke, all right, the flames of civil unrest and turn communities against each other, all right, until violent bloodletting becomes the norm, all right, and the streets of Western cities, all right, run red with blood because you nigga people ain't mad enough. All right. We must seize sovereign nations and restore order out of chaos. All right. If you thought that the GR, all right, this, all right, you can't really say that word, but clearly that's what they're doing. Order out of chaos was nothing more than a sea theory. You might want to think again. According to a WEF report, Western nations are responsible for the vast majority of the world's problems, including sea change. All right, but what we found out is that really it's Europe. Anyway, it says, but you niggas over here too. All right, it's a bunch of useless eaters, man. And that I don't know if it was Europe, but anyway, they're looking at the West like we got to get rid of these useless people, man. Okay? It says, they're blaming the West. It says, in the interest of an equitable future for world countries, including the UK, US, Canada, Australia, all right, must be brought to their knees, all right, to allow other regions to rise. So they're going to bring you people to your knees. They're tired of you, all right, and your Instagramming ass, okay, with your fake booty, all right, and your podcast. They tired of you niggas, man. We're tired of you niggas, okay, and the rest of you nations, man. Elam, the so-called East Indian, bobbling his head around. Okay, the so-called white man, he don't know what the hell is going on. The white woman is just completely clueless. The Chinese, they're smiling for no reason. Okay? Eating anything with skin. So the West got to go. The West is the problem. All right. Anyway, you can tap into this article. I just wanted to tap into a few things, man. But look for more civil unrest. All right, look for more hard times. Look for more companies closing down. Look for more, oh, there's this video. I want to play this real quick too. All right. Look at this nigga at the bottom of the screen. It says, why Walgreens and CVS are shutting down thousands of stores.
In June 2024, pharmacy chain Walgreens made a shocking announcement.
They plan to close a significant number of stores. At this point, only 75% of stores bring in what is effectively their revenues and profits.
The iconic chain is rapidly reducing its footprint, with approximately 2,150 locations on the chopping block by 2027. This is just the latest effort by the struggling company to right a ship that has seen a rotating door of CEOs, stagnating profits, and its share price fall more than...
It's where people get their prescriptions. Again, this is bringing more of a squeeze, all right, to where where you go to get these things will be limited. It's going to lead to all kind of chaos can come from that. And then they've allowed particular these stores. You go to the West Coast, the smash and grab agenda, where they just allowing people to run in stores and ransack and steal, run out, no police there to stop them. Order out of chaos. All right. Well, now, we got to lock up particular products. Eventually, you're going to need, digital ID to get certain products. Eventually, these stores are all going to be closed down, and there's going to be some more centralized locations to where you got to go get your medicines, and more control as to what system you have to enter in and get it.
55.
Look, the serpent is more subtle than any of the beasts of the field. This is why it's going to be an hour of temptation.
% between January and July 2024. In the Q3 report, CEO Tim Wentworth cited two reasons: pressure on the consumer and challenging trends in the pharmacy space.
They don't have infinite time to stabilize this before it's too late.
But Walgreens' problems are just the latest sign of trouble for the entire industry.
CVS has been closing stores all along. Rite Aid is filing for bankruptcy.
So what is happening to American pharmacy chains? How did Walgreens go from record highs to a bottoming stock price in just under a decade? And what does all of this mean for you?
We're going to trust in the Lord, but he didn't, we ain't, stupid, learn how to make particular medicines, Learn how to take care of yourself. All right. There's books that go into particular plants and leaves around you that you have no idea. In the state, cities you in, you have no idea. There's medicine all around you. Right? Just a thought. I got a few tinctures sitting, ready. Made my own, what's that? Black seed oil. Okay. So I got, a few other tinctures too. Made my own bitter, But the Lord got us. But hey, you want to be less dependent, all right, on Esau Edom in these days and lean more towards Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man, and learn how to take care of yourselves. We didn't come into this truth to be just at, the low level niggas, man. Okay? Got to know how to take care of yourself, man. Hey, the scriptures talks about having an understanding of the roots and the herbs, Anyway.
In order to better understand the headwinds facing chain pharmacies, we have to separate the store into two parts. First, there's front of store or retail. Your over-the-counter cough medicine, paper towels, makeup, candy bars, that kind of stuff. Then there's back of store or pharmacy. We'll get to that later. First, let's start where everyone starts, walking in the front door.
Walgreens of today looks very much the same as the Walgreens of yesterday. It hasn't really evolved and adapted.
When it comes to retail, Walgreens is in the midst of a downward slide, seeing a 4% year-over-year decline.
When you go in there, it's a reduction of staff, like somebody is saying here. They locked up the soap, they reduced the staff, so the person, all right, that responds to our request to unlock is the same person stocking and restocking and checking out customers. And all of these things are being done on purpose. I quit shopping at CVS and Walgreens over a decade ago, if not longer. Why in the world would I pay such high for things that I can get the same at Walmart, Costco? Let's see. The fact that CVS ever got its own PBM, pharmaceutical insurance division, is absurd and shows how broken our healthcare system is. So all people are doing is complaining, man. But you can watch that video. I don't want to even go too deep into that. But hey, as the scriptures say, let's get that and we'll close it out. What's that? Second Esdras. Second Esdras. Is that the 6th chapter? The 5th chapter. Let's see. Then shall the sown places be unsown. I believe that's the 6th chapter. Let's see. Sown. Places. Come on, man. Unsown. Let's just type in unsown. I believe it's 2nd Esdras 6. Give me 1 second here. Okay, it's just spelled different because of this version, but 2nd Esdras 6 and 21. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, places that are inhabited, buildings that are inhabited, be empty, and the storehouses shall be suddenly found empty. Okay? And the trumpet shall give a sound, meaning these prophecies coming to pass. All right? Which when every man hear it, all right, they shall be afraid. And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs and the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. All right, it's going to be this word ain't going to be going out. Stores, everything's going to be closed. People will be fighting up against one another because they don't have any morals. They don't have any standard. All right. And whosoever shall remain in from all these things that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation in the end of your world. The end of whose world? Verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Shalom.